Okay, so here we have the next question to solve. Two men on either side of a temple of 60 meters height observe its top at the angles of elevation 30 degrees and 60 degrees respectively. Find the distance between them. Here is a question taken from 10th class textbook. It's from the chapter Trigonometry. And this is very useful sum and very nice and easy to understand. Those people who are not related to 10th class and who are not involved in mathematics can also easily attend and can also easily understand and apply this in your day-to-day life. So first of all, we will try to understand the given question in the form of with the help of a diagram, and then we will try to solve this problem. Okay, it talks about two men on either side of a temple. So here it talks about something called temple, and we will draw the temple just by using one vertical line. Okay, in any sum, if they talk about building or tree or tower or mountain or let's say temple or anything, just draw one vertical line that represents that particular object which is mentioned in the sum. And the temple's name, we will take it as PQ, and then it talks about two men, and these two men are standing on either side of the temple. Either means both. So here, let's take one point on this side of PQ, and let's take another point on that side of PQ, because it says either, that means it's on one side and on the other side. And these 2 points represent two men. Okay, one man is standing here, the other man is standing there, and these two men, let's name them as A and B. Mr. A and Mr. B are standing on the either side of the temple. And how are they standing and what are their positions? Let us understand. It says they are standing at the angles of 30 degrees and 60 degrees respectively, which means one person is standing at an angle looking at the top of the temple. Okay, this is the angle he makes with the ground, and here is the angle that the person B is making with the ground. And if the person is close to the temple, then he has to raise his head very much high to see the top of the temple. That means if the point of observation is close to the object, then the angle will be greater. So the angle here will be 60 degrees. For suppose if the other person is standing far away from the temple, that person may not, is not required to raise his head so much. Little also is enough. That's why the angle, lesser angle will be taken over here, that is 30 degrees. The reason why 60 degrees is here and why 30 degrees is here, I have explained very clearly. Closer is the point of observation, greater will be the angle of elevation. Farer is the point of observation, lesser will be the angle of elevation. For suppose if you are watching a movie in a theater or at home, imagine if you are seated in the last row and the screen is very much far from you, you don't have to raise your head so much. You can keep your head parallel to the ground and you can watch the movie. But for suppose if you are in the first line in the theater, at the bottom in the first line, then you have to raise your head very much. That means if the point of observation is very close to the object, then the angle of elevation will be very high. If the point of observation is far from the object, then the angle of elevation will automatically decrease. Okay, now we will move forward. It says that the height of the temple is 60 meters. This is the temple and PQ is the line, and according to the given question, the height of the temple is 60 meters. And from all of this, we are supposed to find out the distance between them. Who? Mr. A and Mr. B. How far are they standing away from each other? This line, what I have drawn, represents the distance between the two. AB represents the distance between the two men. Now we will take the distance between the two men for calculation as x meters. And then the distance between Mr. A to the bottom of the temple, that is AQ, we will take it as y meters for the sake of calculation. And now the distance between the other person to the temple, bottom of the temple, then what we will do is from the total distance, we'll subtract this distance. So it will be x minus y meters. I hope it is very clear to you all. Now, our goal is to find the value of x, which gives us the value of AB, nothing but the distance between the two men. After having understood the situation given in the sum with the help of a diagram, now let us solve the sum step by step. The first thing we do is we will take the triangle, that is in triangle PAQ. From triangle or in triangle PAQ, we will take tan theta is equal to opposite side by adjacent side. This is the formula, okay? Tan theta is equal to opposite by adjacent. Theta represents the angle, which is nothing but the 60 degrees angle here. So tan 60 degrees is equal to opposite is PQ and adjacent is AQ, and this side AP, because it's opposite of 90 degrees, it's anyways the hypotenuse. Okay, so tan 60 degrees is equal to opposite is PQ by AQ. Tan 60 degrees value is root over 3, and PQ's value according to the given question, it is 60 meters by AQ, which is y meters. Now here y is taken to the left side, and so it converts itself into root 3y equal to 60. Now we will take root 3 to the right side. Since it's multiplying on the left side, when taken on the right side it divides. So finally the value of y is 60 by root 3. This is the distance that Mr. A is standing away from the bottom of the temple. Now we will move forward. In triangle PBQ, like PAQ triangle, we also have PBQ triangle. The same process we will be doing even here also. So it is tan theta is equal to opposite side by adjacent side. Now this time theta, which means the angle here, is not 60 but it is 30 degrees. So tan 30 degrees is equal to opposite is PQ and adjacent is BQ. Tan 30 degrees value in the table is 1 by root 3, which is equal to PQ, the same value, that is 60 meters, by BQ, which is taken as x minus y. Now whenever there are two fractions and there is equal to sign in between, remember to cross multiply. When you cross multiply x minus y and 1, you would get x minus y. When you multiply 60 and root 3, you get 60 root 3. Okay, now let us consider this one as the first equation and this one as the second equation. What are we going to do next is we will substitute equation 1 in equation 2. When you substitute it that way, it's now going to be like this. Take x as it is, minus also as it is, but instead y, substitute this value of y, that is 60 by root 3, which is equal to 60 root 3. Now x equals to 60 root 3. Take this minus 60 by root 3 to the right hand side. This minus turns to be plus 60 by root 3. Okay, now we will get the value of x by simplifying this last step, that is x is equal to, here we have 60 and 60 both are same, so take it as common, multiplied by root 3 plus 1 by root 3, because 60 into root 3 is 60 root 3. 60 into 1 by root 3 is 60 by root 3. Next,